Hello, everyone. Hello, my friends. Hello, my lovers. Thank you so much for staying with me. I am making a tutorial on this very turban that you are seeing. The tutorials will be focused on how I was able to use my net fabric to create the roses and the designs that I used to embellish the turban. So this is a net fabric net, but it's like scuba. That is it is net but it's thick like scuba. So, and it's also stretchy like scuba. So normally I'm using the same length that I use for my scuba turban, 28 by 28. So I'm going to body plate the turban, so that's why I'm using 28 by 28. And also I would be basing the inside with about 12 inches by 28, so it's going to be doubled up. And then I also cut out a base. If I try to fold the base down, is resisting the fold because of the nature of the fabric, but then I just cut out the base and then I top stitch it and prepare it to fix on the turban. I was actually supposed to put the video of how I created the cap, but on a second thought, I felt a lot of videos on how to create cap. They are flying all over the internet, so I did not bother to do that. But if I consider, maybe I might just put it at the end of the video for those persons that are interested in how to create the body plate and then maybe join and then finally close the turban. So I'll go ahead to cut out the parts that I want to use to create the roses. All right, so, and of course the length I used to create the roses is 4 inches by 11. So the length is 11 and then the width is 4. So by the time you fold it, you are going to get 2. When you fold it, you will get 2. So if you want it smaller, you can go like 3, you can go like even 2. When you fold, you get 1, depending on what you want to achieve. But actually I wanted mine to be a little bit big, so that was why I had to go that big. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm trying to close the base for the cap, because like I said, when you just close it without top stitching it, it's resisting the fold. So because of that, I just went ahead and then top stitch. And of course, the length I used for the base is actually 6 inches by 14. So which means that the length of the base is 14 and then the width, which is the body wideness, is 6. And then on a fold, I have 3 inches after folding. So for me to create the roses, all I did was also to fold and top stitch each of the pattern for the roses. And remember I said the measurement for it is 11 by 4. So the longness, that is length, is 11 and then the width is 4. So by the time I top stitch, it will help me to close it and help me to form a circle, because that's the whole intention of forming a circle. All right, so when I fold it, it helps me to be able to create the circle. And then after creating this circle, I will now fold the circle into 2. So this is the part you need to pay a little bit of attention. So we fold the circle into 2 equal parts like this. And of course you see that the edge is going to be absolutely smooth and presentable. Then we now use needle and thread. Make sure that the threading of your needle, your hand needle, is quite thick. Or if you can use a shoemaker thread, because it's stronger than the normal thread we use for sewing. All right, so we just walk through it with loose stitches round the circle. We use loose stitches round the circle, just carefully go through every part of it. All right, so that you get every part of the circle included in what we are doing. You don't have, because at a point it will look like the rest part cannot go in. So at that point you pull your thread and bring out your needle and start all over again. Just ensure that you capture every part of your length, and then you also try to cut off any form of unnecessary fabric that is intruding with your design. Just like take them off, so that by the time you pull it together it would be smooth. So we pull together like this, and then you see this is just it. It's quite easy. It's quite easy. So what I did was that I made 10 of these 10, I made 10 of this 10, because I intend to like fix it all over one of the sides for the turban, and then work with beads and all of that around it to bring it out. I actually worked with a cream color beads, but you can do something silver, you can do something black, whatever color you choose is fine, but I worked with cream. All right, so I made 10. Okay, so now after making this, I brought it to the table so that I can attach it to the cap. So if you look at the cap was already prepared at this point. We've sewn every part of this cap, pull it together, the body plate together from both the back and both the center front. All right, but one thing I did with this design is the fact that I did not just go ahead to start placing the design, the patches, with hot glue. You cannot place it with hot glue. Remember that this material is a net material. So if you try to use hot glue in placing it, it will have a way of showing at the bottom of your work, and is going to portray a very wrong image of your work. So I strongly advise that if you are going to use this pattern and you are using the net material, I advise that you should be patient and use your hand needle to tack all your roses on the turban, as that happens to be the best method of doing it. Now, assuming you want to know if there are other fabric that can be used for this design, yes, every fabric that can be used for turban can also be used for this design. For example, your satin, your scuba, your damask material, your mikado material, any form of material that can go for making turban can actually make this design. Okay, so it's not restricted to a particular fabric. So we just go ahead and continue to tack it down as desired. All right, so you bring it to the as much as you want to the front. If not much, you don't want it to the front that much, then you just fix it. That's what I'm trying to say, is that take your distance. All right, decide your own distance of how you want it. If you want it so close to the front in a way that even the band at the front would not be showing, is perfect. It's a design on its own. If you want the band in the front to show a little bit but not too much, is also perfect. It is a design on its own. Remember, I said I would be dropping the video of the turban at the end of this video. The reason I'm not putting it at the beginning is that a lot of people can already create this cap, and there would be no need wasting their time with the video of the cap. But if you are interested in the video for the cap, I'm going to put it at the very end of this video. All right, so if you look at what I have done so far, you see that the design or embellishment on this turban comes out like in form of a ruffle. All right, though it is not a ruffle, but at least you can see what I did to achieve it. But it comes out like a form of a ruffle, and of course it's going to come out perfect. All right, so it's just a way of saying we can take any route to arrive at a very good result when it comes to turban design. Okay, so let me borrow some few minutes to welcome all those persons that are just discovering creative ends for the first time. If you are discovering me for the first time, thank you so much. You are welcome to my platform. On this platform, we do a lot on everything that has to do with the head fashion, ranging from auto gele, turban, fascinators, art, and all those Zara cap, even up to the extent of tying sometimes when I do have the chance. Okay, and one more thing, we have our online training classes for those people that think that they want to have a one-on-one training with us. All right, so you can do well to apply for some of our online training. The next online training we'll be having will come up at this month of March. At the month of March, I actually planned for February, but something came up that made me move it to the month of March. So please watch out for that advert. We are going to be having a full training on turban and also full training on auto gele. So it's going to be two different classes for those that are interested in turban and for those that are interested in auto gele. So till that time, I would see you in my next video. Don't forget, if you are interested in the video for how to achieve the cap, it will be at the end of this video. Do have a wonderful day and God bless you. Please stay safe out there.